But when you're reevaluated, you only have to do a third of the practices. It's a random selection. So we only looked, the evaluation team only looked at 102 of the practices. And out of the 102 practices that were reviewed, you had full compliance out of 102 of those practices. And the total practices not reviewed were 210, and the not applicable were 281. On an even better note, there were model practices that were noted in the review, and there were 3 model practices. Of course, practice 1.6, your strategic plan is a model practice. 2.8, your practice was a model practice, and that was your apprenticeship program. And then 4.17, your biweekly reports are monitored. Your expenditures and your capital expenditures are monitored on a biweekly basis. So congratulations for that.
Yeah, it's on the list.
About the
It's here.
14.
Yeah.
Partnering.
Okay.
Then another model practice was brought to our attention,
Yeah.
and that was 1414.
Yeah, and it's printed here for you to see. And yeah, that was the partnering effort of your conflict resolution.
Okay. Thank you for all the hospitality. It was wonderful. It's been I feel like I've been here for a long time.
We haven't done anything but eat since we got here.
So what's for lunch?
Oh yeah, we're getting ready, man. We're going to the college luncheon. It's going to be beautiful.
Dancing and all that?
Oh yeah, man. The host dance today.
Texas two-step or what?
I think he's going to be our person on stage. The Texas two-step.
It was a privilege.
I just want to get on both of that. It was very rewarding to be here. I admire the practices that you have and how you've improved over the last 4 years. Thank you for the hospitality and all the good food. It's a wonderful place to visit, and we're going to spend a little bit of time here over the next day or so and see a few things here while we're in the city and enjoy it. I enjoyed working with everyone, and I feel like I made a few friends while I was here. So hopefully we'll keep in contact via email and share some practices and let me know what's going on here. It's exciting in your city. So again, I just enjoy it, and hope I get to see some of you in the future in other places.
Thank you. Did you want to say, Tracy?
I just want to reiterate what they said. Thank you. This was a great place for me to get my feet wet and start learning about the re-accreditation site visits, and I look forward to working with y'all in the future as you go through your next re-accreditation.
Well, and on behalf of APWA, I just want to say, wow, what a great job. What a great job. But I need to tell you that I'm not surprised. I am not surprised whatsoever. It's exactly what I expected it to be. You have always done extremely well because you have taken the program seriously. You are living and breathing what the program is designed to do. We've had some discussions recently, and I may have talked to some of you about this, from agencies that have said, well, our city manager wants us to do the Baldrige Award, and he thinks that would be more beneficial for us than to do accreditation. Can you tell me the difference between the Baldrige Award and accreditation by APWA? Now, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Baldrige Award, but it's a very high level thinking out of the box, how we look at our leadership, how we look at our processes, and so on. And the folks that have been, the biggest responder I got back when I asked accredited agencies if they had been approached about doing this as well, and what they would see as the difference, came from the Director of Public Works in the City of Houston that said, oh, I've reviewed this extensively, and the difference is you can't do the Baldrige Award if you haven't been accredited. Because the process of the accreditation program is to get everything together, know where it is, have your processes and your practices and your policies all in place, so that then you can build on those things as you go forward as well. So I think there are lots of good groundwork that you've laid. To see the model practices is always fun for us because that means you have had a little more time in this 4-year period to flesh out some things that you saw that you really wanted to make improvements with. You have so many great programs. Some of you are going to be hearing from me because I made notes on the tour yesterday and listened to the presentation yesterday morning, Rachel's presentation. You've got a lot of articles, folks. You should be writing articles for the APWA Reporter. I am serious. You need to do that. You need to do one on the Clean Sweep program. That's the kind of thing that gets other people excited about that and makes them understand. Your apprenticeship program needs to have an article in a national publication so that other people will benefit from what you're doing. And that's what accredited agencies do. They share their skills, they share their programs, they share their ideas, and folks will come to you. They'll be asking for your information and your help about it. You'll probably see a couple of them in my Ask Ann column in a couple of months because I run about 2 months behind, because this is the only time I ever get questions. I only have to write them myself. Nobody ever asks me questions. And so when I finish with a site visit, I say, oh, let's see, what can I ask myself that I already know? But I will refer them to some of you, and you will get some questions from folks to say, how can we do this, or how did you do it, or what did you do to work with the Sandport, those kinds of things. So keep in mind that, I'm one of my taglines always is that, we can always do things better. That's the continuous improvement part of this. It's always a matter of looking at what we can do better, building on what we're already doing well, and that's what you've done through accreditation, and through re-accreditation now then you continue to see how you might improve and be better. But the one thing that I want to leave with you, and I want you to leave it with all your staff members, is, we've talked for years and years and years about the fact that we have competed forever with public safety, with police and with fire, for those general revenue dollars that we need to compete with. Everybody's got a great program. But the hardest part has been that, the perception has always been, in my 25 years in city government experience, is that police and fire, lives will be lost and babies will die if they don't get everything they want. Not what they need, but what they want. They're good people, don't get me wrong, but they have known how to play the game forever. And yet the truth of the matter is, the overwhelming majority of people in this United States will never be directly impacted by a police officer or firefighter. They won't get a ticket, they won't get arrested, they won't have an accident, they won't need a fire at their house, they won't have a break-in. We benefit from what they do to protect our safety. But there isn't anyone in this United States that isn't impacted all day, every single day by what you do in public works. Had you realized how valuable you were to this community? So if nothing else, keep sounding that out loud and clear. You don't have to say, she said that you guys aren't worth anything. You're not saying it, because I've said it for years, and it's not what I said. But the truth of the matter is, I want you to go back and instill to your folks, just as a reminder that if it's only every 4 years that you think about it, you're the biggest part of your city. You are what makes your city run, and you've got a wonderful city here, and you're doing wonderful things with it. So pat yourselves on the back. Stand a little straighter, walk a little taller, be proud of the fact that you are Public Works. And it's just a joy to watch you grow and to see things take place with it that way. So in 4 years, I probably won't be back here because I'm getting old, and so I will retire. And so Tracy may very well be the one that comes back to visit you again. So now you have the advantage of having met her to have a clue what's going on that way too. And we're always there at the office, both of us. Well, not the office, we're never at the office. But we have phones and all that good stuff. And so when you have any kind of a question, or you have a suggestion, or you have a thought, let me know. I would appreciate knowing that as well. And this year I'm not intending to be able to get a training class for evaluators, but if you would be interested in being trained as an evaluator to come out and do what these two have done, send me an email and I'll put you on my list and let you know when we do the training again. It's very valuable professional development. Both these folks will tell you they're going home with great ideas, and that's what they're getting out of the program as well. So once again, congratulations on a job very, very well done, and for the fact that you are living what accreditation is all about. And that's a lot to be proud of. So we salute you.